The theme of Left to Tell by Stephen Irwin with Immaculate Ilbagiza was that no matter what the situation, you can always find happiness and comfort in God. Immaculate was a Rwandan Tutsi right about to finish college when the Rwanda genocide began. She came home from college to stay with her parents for some time. When the killings started, many refugees came to their home in seek of Immaculate's father's advice. The killers killed everyone. However, Immaculate escaped to her pastor's house before she could fall victim to the machetes. The pastor hid her, along with 6 other girls, in a 4 by 3 foot bathroom. They weren't allowed to talk, to stand up, to stretch, or anything that would give away their position. Immaculate only had God. She couldn't talk to anyone else except for God. She prayed and prayed for safety and comfort in her desperate situation. I can relate to this action because I prayed and prayed for the safety of one of my best friends who was in a bad situation. He broke his neck. He had no control over his situation, just as Immaculate had no control over her situation. The only thing that could affect both of these situations was God, and God delivered. God saved Immaculate by protecting her from the killers, and God saved my friend by protecting him from a dangerous hit. Immaculate demonstrated great patience because she was in that bathroom for 3 months. She stayed there for 90 days in a cramped space without any regard for personal hygiene. Now, if you ask me, that sounds a lot like a football locker room. The only difference is that she wasn't there by choice, and I was. Immaculate couldn't do anything for the time that she was in the bathroom. All she could do was pray. However, one night she had a vision of Jesus talking to her. He told her that she must learn English because one day she'll work for the United Nations. This was before she had any idea if she was even going to survive. She didn't know any English, and very few people actually had English books in Rwanda at this time. Somehow, the pastor had a French to English dictionary, and Immaculate studied that 24/7 until she taught herself English. If that isn't perseverance, then I don't know what is. She did all of that just because some guy told her to in a dream. That guy was Jesus, and Immaculate believed everything that God told her to do. She was unconditionally devoted to God. I'm a pretty religious person myself. I'm a devoted Catholic, and essentially, I devote my life to God, and everything I do is to better my relationship with Him. I was confirmed in 8th grade, and I was my brother and cousin's sponsor for their confirmations. I don't think I can endure what Immaculate went through. We are similar because we both are devoted to bettering our relationships with God through everything we do. The thing that was so incredible about Immaculate is what she did after the genocide. She survived. However, her whole family was killed. Only her oldest brother, who wasn't in Rwanda at the time, was left. Any normal person would be a wreck. They wouldn't be able to forgive, and they would most likely want revenge for what's happened. Not Immaculate. She met the killer of her mother and the one of her brother. She looked into his eyes and told him, "I forgive you." That to me is the most inspirational part of the memoir. The fact that she had the strength to forgive her family's killer is beyond me. I guarantee that not many people can say that they would have forgiven that man. But she found it in her heart, and God gave her the strength to tell that man that she forgives him. I can forgive basically anyone for anything, but I can honestly say that I don't know if I would have forgiven that man. I can forgive my brother for taking my clothes. And I can also forgive my mom for yelling at me for no reason. But what Immaculate did was amazing. Today, Immaculate is working for the UN and is doing very well. She teaches and goes over her story to many different people. She was blessed by God, and that's the reason why she's here today.